Welcome to the April portion of our 12-month Buddhist practice. So now we are going into more about wisdom as we finish up these first 4 months. You began with like a foundation of Buddhism, which was great. Then we went to some core sutras, and then some additional sutras, or the past life tales of the Buddha, for example. So these all are giving you that nice foundation about Buddhism, where even if you're an established Buddhist and you've been doing this for a while, it's always good to get back to the basics. That's always what we're trying to do. But to end our first portion of this 12 months Buddhist practice, the beginning 4 months, we're going to get it from the people we need to hear from, and that is monastics and teachers. So I would like you to start incorporating Dharma talks or Dhamma talks. This is going to be from monastics or other teachers that are going to help you understand Buddhism. And that sounds simple, right? There's something where I'm just telling you go out there and listen or watch, for example, these different Dharma talks, but they're really core. When we look at Buddhism and how the religion is structured, it's the monastics that are teaching us, that are helping us understand these different teachings of the Buddha or in Buddhism in general. For us as laypersons, we are Buddhists, but we're not every single moment of our lives engaged in it like a monastic would, nor do we have the time or opportunity to really just dive in and understand what's going on. Whereas the monastics, this is part of their job, so to speak. They are there to help us as laypersons, to guide us, and us to support them as well. So when we listen to Dharma or Dhamma talks, we are understanding it from the monastics, and that's the way it should be. It's a very symbiotic relationship where we are both supporting each other and we're getting it from those teachers. Now, how are we going to do this? If you have a temple that you're going to, fantastic. Typically, with the practices, the ceremonies, the maybe weekly or daily services that you go to, there might be a Dharma talk as part of that, and it's so great. I'm not saying that always happens, but that's great. You usually have a ritual. A liturgy, for example, we're chanting, reciting, maybe we're meditating, but we're also going to get like a Dharma talk. We're going to help understand more about something that will help us in our path inside Buddhism. Now, in some temples, this may only be done in a language you don't understand. So, like understanding what the monastic or teacher is saying may be very challenging, right? So, here's what we can do. You can, of course, use the internet. That's what we're on right now. You can go on, YouTube. You can go on different social media. You can, of course, there's different audio downloads. There's a variety of different apps and services and ways that you can live stream or connect and get these Dharma talks. So I'm going to put some of that inside the description of this video. So if you're watching it, for example, on YouTube or elsewhere, you should be able to get that information. Or you can go to my website, alanpeto.com, and go to the 12 months Buddhist practice. And of course, I'm putting all these different links and resources in the article as well. And I'll give you some recommendations. Now, this doesn't mean you have to watch or read all of them, but I think it's a good thing to do. And we're talking about Dharma talks as well. These are usually done during the services or the ceremonies at a temple. But of course, you can just do these on demand. So, for example, if I am on a live stream with my temple and we're engaging in the practices, well, there might be a Dharma talk as part of that. Perfect. But what if there's no service or ceremony that you're engaging in, right? You just want to kind of get that Dharma talk. You have a daily practice. You want to get the Dharma talk. Of course, you can also do that as well. There are plenty of clips out there. There's plenty of videos, plenty of audio. You don't actually have to always watch a video. It could be audio as well. And in a worst case situation, let's say you don't have either one of those. Of course, you can go to a book or a pamphlet or just something that is available where a monastic, a teacher has talked about this. And of course, it could be written down, like I just mentioned, or maybe it's just the audio or the video. So don't think that you have to be in person for these. That's, of course, the best way. You're engaged, the teacher's right there. It's a great experience, but we don't always have that opportunity. So I'm going to give you some resources available in the description and also on the website to get you to some recommendations of mine. That also includes a variety of videos that's going to help you understand different concepts of Buddhism. So it's basically monastics giving you teachings on different concepts and teachings inside Buddhism, but there's also different links to like audio and websites and different things like that. What you want to do, start incorporating this. Now, if you want to do, for example, let's say you have a weekly portion that you're doing with this 12 months practice. So you have your daily practice, maybe for example, but maybe every Sunday you want to incorporate my 12 months Buddhist practice and the different components on that week, that day of the week, like a Sunday. You can absolutely go, okay, you know what? For maybe 3 or 4 months, or excuse me, 3 or 4 weeks, these days, I'm going to go ahead and do one particular Dharma talk. Great. You may want to plan this out, or maybe you just want to kind of look when it comes up there. That's perfectly fine. If you want to do it every single day, you're probably looking for a lot more variety of information. I'll try to get you that in the resources available, but start incorporating that. And if you're able to, and this might be a little challenging, so on your daily practice, are you able to also incorporate a Dharma talk as part of that? Maybe you're reading just like a short snippet from a monastic or a teacher at the beginning or end or middle of your daily practice. That might be a good thing to do as well. Overall, what we're trying to do here is get the monastics, get these teachers to help us understand Buddhism. And yes, it does kind of tie back in when we were in January, we're going to the basics of Buddhism. Likely you were reading something from a monastic. Perfect. But here we want to start incorporating that a little bit more as part of our daily practice. Why is this so important? Because it's going to help us, as I mentioned, understand Buddhism, understand the concepts, and we're engaging with monastics. And that's what we want to do inside Buddhism. Those are essentially our religious spiritual leaders, if you will, inside the Buddhist religion, helping us on this path and us supporting them in their efforts. So with that, it sounds like a very simple task for you this month, and hopefully it is, but we are going to start incorporating Dharma talks. And again, I like to see it if you could do the videos, because then you're seeing the monastic, you're seeing their expression, their tone, everything. So it's audio and visual. I think that's a great way to do it. But don't worry if you can't do that. Obviously, audio and in a pinch, you can also do text as well. I think that's perfectly okay. So let me know how the 12 months Buddhist practice is working for you. If you have any great Dharma or Dhamma talks you'd like to share, please do that in the comments. Share that with others. Share it on my group, the Western Buddhist Support Group, so others can talk about it, see it. I think that'll be a great way that we can all collaboratively find some good Dharma or Dhamma talks that can help you. And with that, I'll see you in our next month when we hit May.